Okay, this is regarding my Ikon 52-inch zero-turn lawnmower. I don't know what brand it was, but it's a 2023 brand year. So we're in 2024. It's been performing well till a few weeks ago. Now, what happened is I took it out of my Connex so I can mow the yard. And this is before Hurricane Helene. Remember that's the name of the hurricane that hit up and So I backed it out of the Connex and it backed up fine. There's no problem. So I put the parking brake on, which is it's just this one has the lever, so you just open up the levers and it should automatically put it in park or the brake. After that, I closed up the Connex box and then I tried to engage it again and it wouldn't move. So I spent an hour trying to figure out why the gear wasn't engaging. It wasn't moving. The motor was on, but it wasn't moving. So I spent an hour trying to screw around with it. Called the dealership. I called them up, and then I told them, "Hey, this was the problem. Maybe you can help me out, because I live about an hour away from the dealership." And they said it sounds like the parking brake, and it's these levers here, but I think the guy was telling me wrong. It's because he was telling me something on the handles, but the thing is, that model, the brakes on, I found it's got buttons on each side of the handle. So when you lift it up, it pushes the button down. I'm talking about the handles. Pushes the button down, and that should engage the brake. So when I went to disengage it, bring the handles down, it wouldn't move. So I messed around with that. I messed around with the lever where you can disengage the transmission. It's got a little two rods on each side of the mower on the back side. Messed around with that. Could not get it to work. So I had to push it back in there. We were getting ready to go on a cruise, so couldn't do anything about it that weekend. That's been at least, so we're going on 4 weeks. Come back, and I was gonna get it loaded up again. Then we got another storm churned up, which was Milton. So I couldn't do nothing about it. I had to work during that time. So now, up to Milton, I tried to load it up, and it backed out by itself. I turned it on, backed out of the Connex, and they said, "Oh, it's moving great." So I put it in park again, and after that, it quit moving. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Now my machine's still under warranty, so keep that in mind. He said that if I remember correctly, 3 years or 300 hours on it, on my machine. It's an Ikon. I can't remember the exact model. It's a 52-inch. So I bought it back, I think, toward like December of 22. Didn't start using it until May of 23. So it's been over a year. I only got like 10 hours on it just for my property. It doesn't have even much time on it. Changed the oil at the beginning of the year. So I'm going to take care of it. He said, "Bring it in. I'll take a look at this," what he told me. I called the dealership. Bring it in. It's under warranty. Look at my account. So I had to push it back into the Connex. And today I'm taking it in. Finally, after the storms and everything, so I said, okay, I got to take it in because my yard is a month without cutting it. It looks like a jungle. So yesterday I did load it up. And it moved. So something about when it stays sitting still for a while, or maybe it's when I shut it off, that it'll engage it one time. Because if I disengage it after I turn it on, it doesn't move. So taking the dealership, and I'm gonna leave it there. Obviously, it's probably gonna take a week before I get it back. So I keep you updated once I find out what they find out, because I'm kind of curious, why it's doing that. It might help you out. So, anyways, let's just. I'm happy with the machine. I never had one of these zero turn. I did a lot of investigating, but regardless, it does the job. So have I gotten stuck with it? Yes, I've gotten stuck with it. So I learned a little bit about it. So, but I can only, you can only get so much out of these machines. They're not made for the sand, that's for sure. they'll bark down. So I'll keep you up posted when I find out and get it back, and then update these.